What is up, guys? Welcome to another WWE broadcast. I'm your host, Bruin Steele, and I am once joined by Canadian Yorker, and we are finally here. Another WWE pay per view, but instead of the regular pay per views, we got WrestleMania. WrestleMania is finally here. We are making our WrestleMania 40 predictions, and it is taking place in Philadelphia. And wow, it's gonna be perhaps known as probably one of the best WrestleManias there is. WrestleMania 38 was probably the best, but we are here with our WrestleMania 40 prediction videos. How you doing tonight, Canadian Yorker? Are you excited?
I am definitely excited, and I can't wait to see how WrestleMania is going to be. Apparently, this WrestleMania is going to be the biggest WrestleMania with the biggest storyline ever in the history of WrestleMania. So, can't wait to see how things go. It's going to be exciting to see how things turn out.
All right, but anyways, just want to let you guys know that we decided to do two separate videos. So this video is going to be night one only, which is going to be Saturday night. So be sure to check it out on Peacock. It's going to be on Saturday. So this video is going to be our night one prediction video. Our night two is going to be in a separate video. So this is night one. I can't wait. So let's get started. You excited? Yep. All right. So I'm just gonna go down the list right here. So we're going to start off big. We're gonna start off with the singles match for the Women's World Championship. We got the defending champ Rhea Ripley defending her Women's World Championship against Becky Lynch. I'm gonna let you start on this. Usually how it goes when we do pay-per-views. What are your thoughts on this match? Who are you predicting, Rhea Ripley or Becky Lynch? It's gonna be a hell of a match.
I am predicting Becky Lynch to win against Rhea Ripley in this women's heavyweight championship match because Rhea Ripley touched a nerve with Becky Lynch. Rhea Ripley said that Becky Lynch's daughter will call her mommy, and that is a big, giant no that you can never do to anybody. You can never ever talk about someone's children, someone's mother, someone's father. Okay, you don't talk about that. That makes it personal. And Rhea Ripley really went there, and that gives Becky Lynch the fire that she needs. That gives her all more the reason that she needs to go after Rhea Ripley and tear her down from the throne that she is on and take her down a peg. Okay, so she deserves that championship because she earned it at the Elimination Chamber. Okay, and we all had that situation with Liv Morgan. Okay, but this is not Liv Morgan's time right now. Okay, it's time for Becky. It's Becky's time.
All right, so you're locking in Becky, right?
I am locking in Becky.
All right, so I won't admit it. I'm gonna admit it, guys. This was a tough pick for me. I struggled picking who's going to be the winner. Look, Becky Lynch, one of the four horsemen. I love Becky Lynch so much. I want her to win against Rhea Ripley, but Rhea Ripley, she's known for being mommy. She's being known for one of the best. But the thing is, though, look, my original pick was, I would say it, my original pick was Becky Lynch. But here's the thing, though. I just feel like Rhea Ripley. Look, I said this before that as long as Rhea Ripley's in Judgment Day, she's retaining the Women's World Championship. But there are rumors and talk saying that, WrestleMania 40, that is the time that Judgment Day is going to be the downfall. It's going to be the downfall of the Judgment Day. But I'm not sure. I mean, like, that's what I've been wondering. Like, is it going to be the downfall of the Judgment Day? We saw Dominic Mysterio struggling to communicate with Judgment Day for 2 weeks in a row. We're seeing Rhea Ripley pissing off Becky Lynch. But the thing is, like, I just feel like Judgment Day isn't going to break up yet. So, look, as much as I want Becky Lynch, look, I want Becky Lynch. I love Becky Lynch. I've been a fan of Becky Lynch forever. Like, but and I said this before, as long as Rhea Ripley's in this group, she's retaining. And I just don't think, because Rhea Ripley is pretty much, in my own opinion, is the leader of Judgment Day. She calls the shots in Judgment Day. She's the leader. But I don't think she's going to drop the title. I think she's just going to hold on to the title. And I'm going to go a little deep. Look, back then I said, Liv Morgan, it's not her time, but I feel like, yes, she deserved revenge on Rhea Ripley, but WrestleMania is not the time. In order to get revenge, I think Liv Morgan has to beat Rhea Ripley and take her title. So that's why I think they're gonna have that Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan match at SummerSlam, and I feel like that's when probably Judgment Day is gonna fall or something. But this is my prediction. I love Becky Lynch as much as I want her. I just don't see Rhea Ripley dropping the title as much as I want Becky Lynch to win. I want her to win. I love Becky Lynch, but I just feel like whoever is going to beat Ripley, I think it might be Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan's looking for revenge. She deserves it. She definitely Liv Morgan, many people say that she deserved redemption, and I agree. After what Rhea Ripley did, I think the best option is to Liv Morgan to dethrone Rhea Ripley. The fact that Liv Morgan is the one that defeated Rhea Ripley the last time who beat Rhea Ripley was Liv Morgan. So I'm locking my pick, unfortunately, Becky Lynch. I'm sorry, I love you, but I'm locking my pick. I think Rhea Ripley will. I think Rhea Ripley will successfully defend the Women's World Championship. I think Rhea Ripley defeats Becky Lynch and retains the Women's World Championship.
Okay. Well, I mean, if that's the way it is, that's the way it is. We're gonna have to
It's
see
just
who will
like
win.
I mean, people are saying that it's a downfall, but I mean, look, like I said, I adore Becky Lynch. I love her, but just like Rhea Ripley, as long as she's in Judgment Day, I just feel like Liv Morgan's probably the better option, like to dethrone, because Liv Morgan, that's like gonna be sweet revenge for Liv if she can dethrone Rhea Ripley. I mean, I'll be surprised if Becky Lynch win. Like if Becky Lynch wins, it's probably gonna be the downfall of the Judgment Day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
So
I'm
it's going to be
still,
the
I mean,
downfall.
I might be wrong. Becky might win, but I just feel like it's not the time yet. I feel like Rhea Ripley is going to hold on to the title, and Liv Morgan is going to be the one at some point at SummerSlam or something to beat Rhea Ripley. I think that's the best option. I mean, like, think about it. If Becky wins, that was like all for nothing. Liv Morgan wants the title off wants to win the title off Rhea Ripley. Becky Lynch has it instead of Rhea Ripley. What's the point? So I'm lucky my picking. I'm picking Rhea Ripley. So that would do it. I'm picking Rhea Ripley, and Canadian Yorker here is picking Becky Lynch. Wow, it's going to be a great match.
Yep. It's going to be awesome.
Moving on to the next match, we got the singles match for the WWE Intercontinental Championship. We got Gunther defending the title against Sami Zayn. Obviously, we saw Sami Zayn win that gauntlet match that everyone thought Chad Gable was going to win. Sorry for bringing that nightmare, guys. All you Chad Gable lovers. But so I'm going to give the floor to you, Gene. What are your predictions? Who do you think is going to win, Gunther or Sami?
Here's what I want to say about Sami Zayn. If Sami Zayn can pull this off and beat Gunther, Sami Zayn will go down it will be an upset to actually pull off this win and win against Gunther. Oh, excuse me. It will be a monumental win. Just like Gunther is cracking about 600 days, 700, 600 days as an Intercontinental Champion, getting up there to 700. He's almost there with Roman Reigns in terms of star power. I mean, he's had he's held this title for 2 years. That's quite a long time, and he's been quite a consistent champion. He has been more consistent than Roman Reigns has been, and that actually he's brought a lot of the relevancy back to the Intercontinental Championship. Um, but Sami Zayn to pull off this win, it will be a big win for him, and he already won it before, of course. The other person now, Gunther. If Gunther wins, Gunther retains. That means that he is moving up to the next level. Okay, he's moving up to the next level, and we're gonna see a whole new type of Intercontinental Championship. We're gonna be talking about that next year because he's breaking records, moving up there, of course. But I mean, he's been a pretty deadly champion for a long time, and it's going to be really exciting to see him continue to improve as a champion. And he probably might get sick and tired of it and actually challenge. He might move on and challenge the World Heavyweight Championship with Seth Rollins in the near future. We don't know, but I mean, I'm just saying that he is. I'm gonna go with my pick being I'm kind of in between. Um, it seems now that Gunther is becoming more overconfident in his because he doesn't see Sami Zayn as a threat, and excuse me, that's gonna cost that overconfidence will cost Gunther his title at WrestleMania because Sami Zayn actually performs better in pressure situations at WrestleMania. Uh, so this is a tough decision. Um, I'm probably picking Gunther to win at WrestleMania because Gunther has been pretty versatile. He's been deadly, and when Gunther took down Chad Gable to in order to get Sami Zayn away from the ring with his match with he gave him chop. He gave him some chop, and that took him out, right? Um, so it's just I think from a durability perspective, and it just seems that Gunther has a lot more stamina. He's a lot more dangerous. I'm picking Gunther to win. So
You're logging your pick, Gunther.
Gunther.
All right, so I have so many like perspectives of this match. Obviously, I have one winner. I'm locking in. I have one winner, but before I reveal what that winner is, but there's so many options for this. So we all saw Chad Gable warm up Sami Zayn, like train Sami Zayn for Gunther. There are people saying that Chad Gable might turn heel on Sami Zayn, like costing Sami Zayn the match because you saw how pissed off Chad Gable was. Like, oh, I needed this match more than you are. So, and people are like, oh, there's a chance that maybe Chad is going to turn heel. We haven't seen him with Alpha Academy for the last couple of weeks. Chad Gable, they might give Chad Gable a singles run. But the thing is that people are saying that Chad Gable is the one to dethrone Gunther. The only problem with Chad turning heel is because I don't think everyone wants to see a heel versus heel, Chad Gable heel versus a Gunther heel. So I don't know if that's going to happen if Chad Gable's going to turn heel and turn on Sami Zayn. Another option is um, Sami Zayn when he comes out, Chad Gable will be in his corner. Um, I
Mm.
feel like that could happen. I mean, and then maybe Sami Zayn actually gets the win thanks to I think Chad Gable could help Sami Zayn win, but who knows? Maybe that's a possibility. A possibility that could happen is Gunther wins cleanly, and then Chad Gable marches right after and confronts Gunther, setting up a match in the future, maybe SummerSlam, something like that. But look, Sami Zayn is great. He has WrestleMania experience. I don't think he's that much bigger and has athleticism that's Drew McIntyre. You know, the Drew McIntyre face Gunther and then Gunther and Sheamus. And that was a great triple threat match for the Intercontinental Championship a couple years back. Gunther, Drew McIntyre, and Sheamus. That was a banger. But Sami Zayn has WrestleMania experience, and he has experience winning championship because he won tag team gold with Kevin Owens last WrestleMania. So he has experience, but I just feel like Gunther's going to be too much for Sami. Yeah, Chad Gable might have been the guy to beat Gunther, but they're probably saving that feud for later on. But my own opinion, I think Gunther's going to be too strong for Sami. I think Gunther holds onto the title, so I'm locking my pick. I am picking Gunther to beat Sami Zayn cleanly. Don't expect any ways. People say Gunther's probably going to cheat against Sami, but I don't see it. But expect Gunther to defeat Sami Zayn. I'm locking my pick. I am picking Gunther to retain the Intercontinental Championship. Any thoughts about what I said? Or?
I, I agree with you that Gunther will win, right? And but Sami Zayn's not going to be alone. I think that point about Sami Zayn having Chad Gable in his corner to coach him on what to do is something that could help Gunther because Chad Gable knows how to beat Gunther. So I don't think that Sami Zayn is a technical wrestler. Like I've been saying, Sami Zayn is not a technical wrestler. Sami Zayn relies a lot on emotions, and he relies a lot on emotion in order to get himself back in the match. But the thing is, if he fights with emotion, he doesn't fight with his head. He fights with his heart. So if he fights more with his heart than he does with his head, that's only gonna take him so far if he keeps fighting a lot with his heart. He keeps fighting and fighting and fighting. But he needs to fight with a purpose. And Gunther fights with purpose, not with he fights with purpose and he fights with his heart. Right? It just seems like Sami Zayn's gonna put up a fight. He's not gonna go down without a fight, right? Just like he fought the Miz. The Miz put up a fight against him. Um, it's just that Gunther's gonna overpower Sami Zayn. So
All
that's what's gonna
right.
happen.
All right. So we both got Gunther and Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch. I had Rhea and Kenny Yorker got Becky. So let's move on to the next match. Man, these are so many great matches. Especially this one that we're going to talk about is a six-pack tag team ladder match. We haven't seen a ladder match at WrestleMania in so long. And it's for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship. We got the Judgment Day, Finn Balor and Damien Priest defending the titles against DIY, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa versus the Awesome Truth, which is the Miz and the R-Truth, versus the New Day. The New Day, who's probably the most experienced in ladder matches. You know, the history that the New Day had in ladder matches. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods versus A-Town Down Under. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller are actually in this match, which I said before, they have a hell of a tag team there. And the last team is New Catch Republic, which is Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Yeah, this is gonna be an awesome match. So I'm gonna give the floor to you, Canadian Yorker. Who do you think is going to win?
Man, it's a stacked tag team division. Um, I remember the poll that you did. I picked the New Day to win because the New Day hasn't won a tag team championship in forever.
I don't know,
Um,
man.
it just seems like it's really tough to decide who's gonna win. Even though I did pick on your poll, I picked on the poll. It was a New Day. Um, it could be DIY also. Um, A Town Down, of course, is interesting, but they're not that.
If
You
Austin
know,
Theory and Grayson Waller win the titles, there's gonna be, yeah, that's gonna be huge.
it is going to be huge. People are not going to like it, right? Okay, that means that they're gonna be joining up with this guy, with this unfortunate individual. Okay, we're not gonna hear the end of it. So here's the thing. I am thinking that it can probably be DIY to go for the tag team championships. Because they have had some more of the feuds with Judgment Day than the other tag teams have, right? Because if they're there, uh, our Truth is could get himself involved in this match somehow, and then he can make the Judgment Day win or lose the tag team titles, right? Um, oh, our Truth is in it too, in there,
Yeah,
right?
awesome truth. Yeah,
Oh yes, oh
our truth is
yes.
just gonna think. Our truth is just gonna
The
think the
awesome
ladder
Truth.
match is going to be a Royal Rumble.
It's I think that, man. Let's just go for the obvious. I'm thinking the obvious team to win is the Awesome Truth. Even though I'm kind of going with the Judgment, the New Day, I think it might be the Awesome Truth. DIY also.
Are you sure you don't want to pick Austin Theory and Grayson Waller?
No, no, I don't know. I don't think they're gonna win. Uh, so this is so tough. Um, geez, you have such a stacked, like it's such a hard choice. Um, yeah. Yeah. I guess, man.
What pick? We're running out. We're
I'm
running
picking.
out. To,
I am picking. I'm going with DIY. I want to see. I'm going with DIY to win the tag team titles. Um,
you're locking
yeah,
in your pick, DIY.
I'm locking it in.
I don't know, man. I just don't think it's gonna happen. They're really not a favorite in this match. I don't think there are, but it's your pick. We'll see what happens. It'll be probably a big upset if DIY won. But so you're locking in DIY.
I'm doing that. I'm doing DIY.
All right. So once again, I have so many perspectives in this match. I just said earlier that it might be the downfall of the Judgment Day. The thing is, I don't think it's gonna be this. I don't like I said before. I don't think Rhea Ripley's gonna lose her title yet. But I think it's gonna be the start of the Judgment Day. I agree with the people saying that it's gonna be the downfall of the Judgment. I think it's just gonna be one half that's going to be the downfall of the Judgment Day. I think the Judgment Day are going to lose their titles. I think the Judgment Day are going to lose their titles right here. So that's going to be a build up for SummerSlam. I think it's going to be a build up. Rhea Ripley is going to retain her World Heavyweight Championship, but in the build up to SummerSlam, I think Rhea Ripley is going to yell at Finn Balor and Damien Priest. There's gonna be chaos in the group, causing a breakup to the build up weeks and months until SummerSlam. That's what I think. But in terms of what's gonna happen, look, I said it before. They need to split the tag team titles. They really need to do that. There are rumors saying that they could split it right here. Let me explain how. One team can grab the Raw tag team titles. Another team could grab the SmackDown tag team titles. Boom, that's how you split the titles. But what could happen if they do it that way? Judgment Day could Judgment Day could grab the Raw tag team titles, the fact that they're on Raw, and then another team, maybe Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, they could grab the SmackDown tag team titles. But we have to see what happens. But we have to have one decisive winner. But like I said, I think Judgment Day loses their titles right here to the beginning of the downfall of the Judgment Day. But in terms of winning, who's going to win? Thing is, the only issue about the Awesome Truth is that there's rumors that saying that R-Truth is afraid of heights and he hates ladders. But I don't know. I think Miz might be the one who grabs the titles and win. New Catch Republic, they're kind of a new tag team. They're great, but I just feel like they're just too early to win a tag team title. So I don't think New Catch Republic is going to win. Big rip to them. I think they're probably the least favorite to win. So poor to them. Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, I just feel like if they win the title, it's gonna be bad for the television because they're like the most hated. People hate them. You never know. They might turn face if they win the titles. But New Day, and I said this before, New Day, they had so many times they were tag teams. I don't think they're gonna win. And I don't think DIY is gonna win. So, I mean, what choice do I have? I think, look, R-Truth is funny. He's gonna act like an idiot. He's gonna say, "I thought this is going to be a Royal Rumble match." So that's what R-Truth is probably gonna do. But I think the Miz will get the MVP here. I think the Miz will get the titles. I'm locking my pick. I'm picking the Awesome Truth in this one.
You're picking the Awesome Truth.
Yeah, I'm picking the Awesome Truth. Because that was the original plan, I think. People are saying that, it should have been the Judgment Day versus the Awesome Truth in just a tag team match. And I think Awesome Truth is going to win. I think I can see it. Like, I don't know. R-Truth might be a little confused and he might be like, it's not a Royal Rumble, it's a ladder match, you know? But I think it's like I think the Miz is going to be carrying the team right here. And I think, the Judgment Day are going to lose here. I think that I'll be shocked. I mean, if the Judgment Day wins, that could possibly be huge. I mean, it probably was like, oh, maybe I was wrong about the downfall of the Judgment Day, but I feel like the start of the downfall of the Judgment will be right here. So I'm locking my pick, the Awesome Truth.
Okay, we're gonna have to see how it turns out with the awesome
So
truth
I
and all.
picked the Awesome Truth, and Gene here picked DIY, which I disagree, which is fine. I mean, we have different opinions, but all right, damn, this is a long video. What the hell happened? Moving on to the next match, we got brother versus brother. This match is going to be fire. We got Jey Uso, Yeet, versus Jimmy Uso, no Yeet. And I said this before, they could possibly have a stipulation for this match this coming Friday. Friday Night SmackDown is this Friday, so they might add a stipulation. They might make it a street fight. They might make it an Extreme Rules match. They gotta make it like a. What if they make it like a tribal combat match, like brother versus brother? Street fight or something like that. They could possibly do it this Friday, knowing that Friday's coming up. They might do add a stipulation like a Extreme Rules match. Imagine the stipulation if Jay loses, he has to return to the bloodline. If Jimmy loses, he has to leave Jay Uso alone. I don't know. It could be something that'd be crazy if this is stipulation. But I'm gonna give the floor to you, Canadian Yorker. What is your prediction between Jay Uso and Jimmy Uso in this singles match?
Ooh, it's a tough one. Jey Uso left the bloodline a year ago. Jimmy Uso has been in pursuit of him since then. It's a tough call. Man, I believe that Jey Uso will be the one emerging victorious over Jimmy at this WrestleMania this year. So it just seems like Jey Uso has come close to winning, but he ends up losing because his brother is getting himself involved in his business. So it just seems more like Jey Uso is going to be he's going to be there taking back control there. So that's how interesting it's going to be. So I'm going with Jey Uso.
You're locking your pick in. You're picking Jey Uso.
I'm picking Jey Uso.
All right, so this is a match that I kind of like hesitant. Like we obviously let's just say this. Obviously, we know that Solo is going to get involved. Jimmy Uso, maybe he might get help by Seth Rollins. I don't know, but the thing is, you know how the Bloodline operates. There's going to be interference. I don't I don't believe that this is the only time they're going to face each other. I do believe that there's going to be more matches in the future. So this is what I'm going to think is going to happen. I think Solo Sikoa is going to come out and help Jimmy Uso, where Jey Uso will have no one. Possibly Seth will try to come out. I don't know. I just feel like maybe not, since he has a match night 2. But I feel like Jimmy Uso will capitalize with Solo's help. That's I feel like it's gonna happen, and I feel like later on they're gonna have a rematch. Well, I think Jey Uso is gonna win the rematch. As much as I want Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso is gonna have Solo in his corner, and Solo's gonna run interference. So I'm locking my pick. I am picking Jimmy Uso to defeat Jey Uso at WrestleMania. People are gonna hate me, I know, because it's like, why would you go for the heel over the face? Like I said, Solo's going to get involved, and Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso are going to have a rematch in the future. So I'm picking Jimmy Uso to win round 1. I still think there's going to be a round 2 in the future. So I'm locking my pick. I am picking Jimmy Uso to defeat Jey Uso.
I mean, that's a handful right there.
It's not going to be the only time they're going to face. There's going to be a rematch at some point. Like, Jimmy's gonna win, and then Jay's gonna ask for a rematch, and there's gonna be like a something, and then Jay's gonna get redemption. That's what I feel is gonna happen. All right, moving on. We got the 6-woman tag team match. We got Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi versus Damage Control. We got Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Carly Sane. So this is a 6-woman tag team match. I'm going to give the floor to you, Canadian Yorker. What is your prediction?
Damage Control versus Naomi, Naomi, Bianca, and Jade. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. this Jade Cargill has never been in WrestleMania. This will be her first ever WrestleMania, and I imagine she's going to be nervous. And I can't remember the last time Naomi was involved in WrestleMania. Um, the thing is, though, Damage Control has the experience. They've been in that higher pressure situation. Um, it's a tough call. Um, Bianca has experience. So does Naomi. I'm guessing also. It's a tough call. I gotta say because but Damage Control is a little banged up, so that's gonna be definitely play a factor into how they perform and what they do, and where they go from here. But
Who did you pick in the pool?
oh man, this is a tough one. Um, if I was to pick the Jade, Bianca, and Naomi, there's three strong women right there, and they're facing off against Kairi, and all of them. So, I'm gonna have to go with Bianca. Well, no, I'm gonna have to go with Damage Control to win the match because they got the experience and they know what to do. I'm going with Damage Control, even though I don't think it's gonna be tough because hear me out because I'm probably not gonna like this, but Bianca is the only one that has the WrestleMania experience. I don't know about Naomi, and we both know that Jade just got into just came into WWE recently, and she signed to SmackDown. So we're facing off against these ladies, even though they're a little banged up, they're still dangerous. They're still dangerous. They know how to use use the environment to do damage, and this is just a tough call. But I'm going with Damage Control.
You're going for damage control?
Damage Control.
Yeah, you make a good point that yes, it's Jade Cargill's first WrestleMania and Naomi she kind of got back, but this is the thing though. I think this is the time to show. I think this is the time that Bayley is going to show up and show Bianca that she needs the help, and they just need to push their like their what would you call it, their issues aside. I think it's gonna be a close match. Look, Jade is strong. Bianca, I love the duel between Jade and Bianca. People are saying that Jade is going to be Jade versus Bianca at WrestleMania. How did that work out? But this is what I think is going to happen. I think midway or maybe at the end of the match, Bayley's going to come out and try to, do something, help them. I don't know. And then IYO Sky is going to show up as well, and they're going to brawl. At the end of the match or something like that. I think IYO Sky is gonna show up because they're gonna run interference. Damage Control is gonna try to run interference. IYO Sky is gonna come. I mean, I won't be surprised if IYO Sky is in their corner in this match. She probably is going to be. So I think IYO Sky is going to be there in their corner, and I think they're gonna find a time to distract the ref and then take advantage, and that's when Bayley comes out of nowhere to attack IYO Sky to even the odds. And I think that's gonna help Bianca, Jade, and Naomi. And then I think Bayley is going to brawl with IYO Sky, fleeing her out of the arena, or like just sprawl, leaving even match. And I think Bianca, Jade, and Naomi is gonna take advantage and beat Damage Control thanks to Bayley. But at one point, I think Bianca's gonna be pissed off at Bayley, saying that, instead of saying thank you, I think Bianca's gonna be like, you fucking you fucking almost cost us the match. Why did you have to show up? And then making more tense between Bayley and Bianca. But I think because of that, Bianca, Jade, and Naomi will get the win against Damage Control. So I am locking my pick. It's going to be Bianca and Jade and Naomi getting the win. IYO Sky's gonna get involved, and Bayley's gonna make the save, giving Naomi and Jade and Bianca the win. That's the
Well,
first part of making Bianca trust Bayley more, winning Bayley's trust back. But Bianca's not gonna fall for it. So, but I think that's gonna happen.
that's if it actually succeeds.
Look at last year's WrestleMania. Look what happened. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn versus the Usos. Oh, actually, Roman and Cody, the Usos showed up, and what you know, Kevin Owens showed up. That's gonna be the same thing. So I think IYO Sky's gonna show up, or she's just gonna be already in their corner, and then they're just gonna run interference, and Bayley's just gonna come for the save. I think that's gonna happen. Leaving Bianca and Jade and Naomi to get the win.
Oh well, that's if it is successful. Because if Bayley costs them this they're all gonna pay. They're all gonna pay. We know it. They're going to have a beatdown at WrestleMania, and it's not going to be a pretty sight for any of them if they don't win against Damage Control.
But yeah, I'm locking my pick. Bianca, Jade, and Naomi get the win. So I picked Bianca's team, and you picked Damage Control. All right, moving on. Man, all right, moving on. Excuse me. We got LWO. We got Rey Mysterio and the newest member of LWO, Dragon Lee, versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. This is just came out of nowhere. I literally thought it was just gonna be Rey versus Santos at WrestleMania, but this is a tag team match. The challenge was made by Rey Mysterio, which I presume was accepted by Santos and Dom, of course, in a tag team match. What are your thoughts and what's your prediction?
Why is Dominic Mysterio investing all this? He already had his moment with his dad. He already had his moment. Does he need a second spanking? Does he need that again? I mean, seriously, we don't need to see that happen again. He already lost, So it just doesn't make sense. But anyway, going forward, Santos Escobar and Rey. It should be Santos and Rey. Santos and Rey. Not Santos and Dominic and Rey and Dragon Lee. It needs to be Santos.
They could have easily done an LWO versus Legal as Phantasma like a 6-man or something tag team match
Yes, because we had been going on back and forth about when Rey won the U.S. title. He won the United States title. He defended this title. He got it against Santos. Santos got jealous of him and attacked him and took him out for the next few months. And then he came back and then he tried to destroy the LWO with his Legado del Fantasma, And so this was a great storyline for Rey because Santos actually helped him against the Judgment Day. And now he turns around and he stabs him in the back, and this is just a horrible thing for Rey. So Rey, I am definitely going with the LWO getting the win against Legado del Fantasma and Dominic. They're going to get this win against them, and they're going to beat them at WrestleMania. And Santos has had his time to be the hero of that against Rey. So yeah, I'm going with LWO.
So this is going to be interesting because the thing is people think that Carlito's going to turn on the LWO because it's the look on his face this should have been my moment, but people say Carlito's not going to turn heel on LWO. He respects Rey too much. He respects the LWO too much, but that's a possibility that could happen. Carlito could come out and cost Rey Mysterio the match, turning heel, and possibly seeing Carlito teaming up and going to the dark side with Santos Escobar, because if you guys know, Santos Escobar's team needs one more person. But people are saying that, oh, that spot might go to Andreas. But you might know, oh, Carlito, because of the jealousy of Dragon Lee, Carlito could be planning a heel turn on Rey Mysterio right here and be that final spot on Santos' team. But people are saying that, oh, Carlito respects LWO too much. He's not going to turn on Rey. He respects Rey too much. But we have to see what happens. I mean, we have to see if Carlito actually turns, because his face is shown a different story. So we have to see. That'd be crazy if Carlito turns heel. But my prediction, yeah, I just feel like we all know the rest of the LW members are going to get involved. We know Santos Escobar's lapdogs are going to get involved as well. So it's going to be chaos. We have to see what happens. But at the end, I don't know, because you never know. I might be 100% right. I called the Bailey turn, but I'm calling it. Carlito might turn, but you never know. You might see Carlito turn ending up with a Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio win because of that. But I just feel like Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio, I don't think we ever seen these two team up together. It's going to be great to see them together, high flying. Dragon Lee is Rey Mysterio's hero, so I highly doubt Dragon Lee turning heel on Rey Mysterio. That'd be like unbelievable. That'd be crazy if that happens. But yeah, I'm locking my pick in. I'm not sure about the Carlito turn. It might happen, but people are like, oh, he shouldn't. I don't think he is because he respects Rey too much. But yeah, I agree with you. I think Rey Mysterio owns Santos Escobar, the beating he gets after what he did, and he owns it to Dom Mysterio with another beating. So I'm locking my pick in. I am picking the LWO, Rey Mysterio, and Dragon Lee to pick up the victory over Santos and Dominic Mysterio.
Yeah, I get it. I get that. I don't quite understand the whole Carlito. We don't need another betrayal. Ray doesn't need another betrayal from Carlito. Okay, and then all of a sudden he's gonna go join the Gala del Fantasma because he feels like he is wronged. But the thing is though, Ray has been going through a lot, and just him seeing that he has to deal with another betrayal, that's just too much. So Carlito needs to stay where he is as a member and just keep on improving himself. And yeah, I mean he's already feud with Santos, right? So he can be the guy that's helping the LWO fight off the other members of the other members of Legado del Fantasma. So it's just that's just the way it is. So
Alright, long ass video. Oh well. But
yeah,
anyways, we got the main event of night one. We got the huge
yeah,
tag team match that we've been talking about. We got the Bloodline. We got Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, teaming up with the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes and the World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins. And there are stipulations in this match. If Cody Rhodes and Rollins win, all members of the Bloodline will be barred from ringside during that undisputed WWE Universal Championship match on night one. But if The Rock and Roman Reigns win, the championship match on night two will be held under Bloodline rules. So anything goes in that Cody Rhodes and Roman match if Cody and Seth Rollins loses. So it's a huge match. So not wasting your time, I'm going to give the floor to you, Canadian Yorker. What is your prediction for this match?
oh yeah, man! Finally at the main event. Finally, the Bloodline versus Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. I mean, man, this is a tough. There's just like with what's going on with what happened on Friday nights, but Monday night SmackDown. We got a preview of what would happen if the Bloodline won. Um, First of all, it's going to be like a lumberjack match where people can just, if they get thrown out of the ring, they have to fight off the other people outside the ring in order to get back into the ring. So it's a tough call. With all this, with all these developments, um, man, Bloodline or Cody Rhodes. We all want Cody to finish his story. So here's what I'm going to be deciding, and that is that Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins are going to win on night one. That's what I am seeing because they have been put through a grinder and just been in very much pain and been destroyed. And so they want to take all that pain out and deliver it on the bloodline. That's why I'm picking Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins.
So you're locking your pick in. You're picking Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins to win.
Yes, yes. And if there's any interference in this match, they definitely need the backup. They need the backup to help them to, to move forward.
All
So
right.
that is
So you're locking in Cody and Seth.
yes.
All right, so I have my own opinion on this tag team match. So basically, this is what I gotta say to get off my chest. Either way, you just gotta say either way, Cody Rhodes is fucked. We all know that if Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins win, yeah, it says that all members of the Bloodline is going to be barred from ringside. But we all know that's not going to happen. It's the bloodline. They don't follow the rules. Even though if Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins win, they're still going to bring out the bloodline even though they're barred from ringside. You know why? Look at last year's WrestleMania when Cody faced off against Roman. Solo Sikoa was barred from ringside midway through that match, and what do you know what happened? He came back. He came back in a hooded figure, and the referee didn't see him, and yet he still showed up. That's exactly what's going to happen this match between Roman Reigns and Cody. Despite the bloodline being barred from ringside, they're just going to show up anyway. So I really don't see the stipulation being either way because we all know the bloodline's gonna come out anyways, even though they're barred from ringside, because that's what Solo Sikoa did last WrestleMania. Am I correct, right?
Yeah,
So,
that's right.
but the thing is, like, the bloodline, it's The Rock and Roman Reigns. This team is superior. This is a god mode team right here, and I don't know what Cody Rhodes and Seth is gonna do. Honestly, like, I mean, it's gonna take a long night to beat these two, and obviously Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso is the first person to pin Roman Reigns. If you guys don't know that tag team match, that Tribal Chief tag team match, but that's Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso knowing their cousin well. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, they're not Roman's cousin. They're not going to do anything. So I'm locking my pick in. I am picking The Rock and Roman Reigns to win this tag team match, setting up the under bloodline rules on night two. And like I said before, either way, it's not going to make of a big of a deal if Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins because the bloodline's still going to bring out their Cavalry and Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso. The fact that they're barred from ringside, they're just going to show up like in hooded figures with the referee distracted. That's what's going to happen. So I'm locking in The Rock and Roman Reigns to win.
Mm. It's
I'm telling you, that's basically what's going to happen. It says all members of Bloodline is going to be barred, but they're just going to show up in hooded figures at the end of the match.
yeah, it's a tough call. It's a tough call to decide who's going to be the clear winner. I mean, this could go either way.
Look at what happened. Paul Heyman said that if you Cody Rhodes come to SmackDown alone, the Tribal Chief will come alone. He lied. They all showed up anyways.
Yeah.
All right, but anyways, that will do it. That will complete our night one prediction video, and we will be back for the night two prediction video in a few minutes. My name is Bruin Steele. This is Canadian Yorker. Thank you for watching our WrestleMania 40 night one predictions. It was a long video actually, but oh well. But anyways, my name is Bruin Steele. This is Canadian Yorker. Be sure to like, subscribe, check out my friend Canadian Yorker's YouTube channel. Will be in the link in the description, and check out WWE Wrestling Bros, which is our wrestling channel as well. And we will see you in the next video.
In the next video,
Bye.
ciao, ciao.